G'day, okay. G'day, guys. Seriously? G'day, guys. It's G'day guys, Dard here, and welcome back to episode 7, I think? 8? I don't know. It'll be in the description. And back on the Minecraft server, like always. And I've been working on a few projects all at the same time at the moment. I've been working on this tunnel, started on the tunnel just to get to my place. Not really sure exactly what to do with this. I just started putting the stone in for the time being, just so Ghast can't blow the tunnel up, because it's been a little scary at the moment. They like to keep shooting at me even when there's a wall here. They seem to always shoot me. So, but today we've got a couple of things I want to show you guys. I'm gonna have to show you. It's not 100% finished, but my chest room it's pretty close. There's a few things. Well, there's, as I said in the last episode, waiting for 1.3 for the sandstone stairs, as you guys will see in a minute exactly why I need sandstone stairs. The nether brick. Whoa. Okay. Nether brick's working alright, but I think the sandstone will work better. You guys can see. Come here, Mr. Spider. All of that. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that's the project that we're going to be working on, but I'll come back to that in a minute. We'll go down and I'll show you guys what's going on. Need to do something about this. This is burning through my food way too fast. So as you guys have probably, a few of you guys probably noticed, we've been, myself, Ajax, the jolly old Brits have been, they've been streaming a little bit lately, and we've been playing a lot of Mine Z, and you guys have been seeing a bit of the Minecraft server as well. So if you're not follow the jolly old Brits with their Twitter, because they'll tweet it every time they go on live stream. It's good just to hang out. We talk to you guys and everything. But anyway, this is the almost finished project, I think. I'm not 100% sure of these stairs. I think it works. I was going to put them sandstone, but I think that looks pretty cool. So I had a couple of good suggestions on the last video. I'll put the little links up of the comments, and there was a comment from one person about putting lava and glass with a little design. I'm not 100% sure of this design yet. It's very simple. But yeah, thank you very much. I'll put a little bit of lava in the roof as well, just to kind of make it cool. And I got water going down the sides. I tried lava down here, but as you guys see in a minute when I push the button, it actually cuts the water off. The lava was misbehaving pretty badly. And then I had another comment, which this is kind of what I was going to do anyway, but I'll give you recognition, about putting a crafting table. So watch this. The crafting table actually gets replaced with a normal block. It's pretty cool. So this is the whole room. Pretty cool. I like it. Lights turn on and everything. I'm not going to show you guys under there, because the lava's quite difficult to deal with. But it's just a double piston extender with a block swapper beside it. You can YouTube that for tutorials. There's tons of tutorials on that. And this is just standard, nothing special pistons, just pistons with powered pistons. They're just, all the timings are worked out right. Not 100% sure of these posts either, but for the time being, it's pretty cool. I like it. I did put the chest sideways, as you can notice. I do get a lot more chest room. Instead of having 18 chests in here, now I've got 30. So yeah, excellent. So for today's episode, I'm going to be working on this thing here, which goes outside. So I'm building a mob spawner / trap, whatever you want to call it. It's not for XP, it's specifically just for drops, because I want to start farming mainly gunpowder, but I wouldn't say no to bones and arrows as well. But mainly for the creepers. So this is what I started on this last night. It looks like a mess at the moment because I haven't put any walls on it. So it's just it's based off E08's design, and of course it's very simple. At the moment I'm very I was gonna do, there was actually another design, I can't remember who designed it, but it worked on the mob spawning pressure pads, and when the pressure pads got triggered, water would flow and push the mobs off, which I think is a better design, but it costs a lot more resources, a ton more. Where this thing is cheap as is, like, all I need to do is put some half slabs there, because I don't want any spiders spawning. I definitely don't, because the spiders won't fit down these one way. They will clog the system up pretty badly. So I've got the second layer done. And we'll go to the... Can I get up there? Okay, now I've started on the third layer, of course. I've just been farming a lot of wood. So let's get some of that. There we go. So this works on 3x3 pads. Mainly for the fact of the way the AI has changed. Mobs go idle really fast. If they're not within a player, I'm not sure exactly the vicinity, but if they're not within a specific amount of blocks, they pretty much will go idle I think nearly straight away, in a few seconds I think it is, something like that. So because of that, we need to have very little travel time for the mobs. Otherwise, so hopefully when they spawn, they can take like 2 steps and they're in the water. That's the plan. If they're back here, they might get jammed, but that's only 1 block. The rest of them are going to fall in. And the way this is designed, which is pretty cool, all the water streams, what is it, 1, 2, 3, is 8 water streams, I'm pretty sure it is. It says 1 in each side, which goes directly down to the middle, and then there's 1 in each one of these corners. 1 in here as well. Which works out pretty perfect. So, if you guys are wondering what that is, I'm actually not going to tell you. No. You can guess. No, you don't need to guess. I'm just not going to tell you. Because that's how I roll. Okay. So I'm just going to keep building on this. I'm not going to drag you guys through this tedious thing of just building this over and over again. I'm not exactly sure how high I'm going to go. I'm thinking it's going to have to be at least, I think, 10 levels. Because of the multiplayer aspect, mobs don't like to spawn around me very often. So it's going to have to be relatively... doing that. It's going to have to be relatively big to compensate for that lack of spawning. But we'll just keep going until I can't be bothered building anymore, I reckon. So I'll be back when I've actually built a little bit more of this. Okay guys, been working on this for a little while, not very long. I started getting a little bored just with the silence, and then I thought I can actually tell you guys a little story. Well, not really a story, just a little background about myself. Little things come out here and there. That's what I've done so far. I'm on done the 5th level. I think I'll go another 10 probably. But yeah, little bits of information pop in every now and again when I'm in the ASF streams and their videos. They mention little bits and pieces about me. But I may as well fill you in a little bit about my past, because I've pretty much been playing music for as long as I can remember. I mean, I started playing the guitar when I was 7. Pretty sure it was 7, around that time. So I've been playing the guitar now for, what is it, like 23 years? Going on 24 years. So I've been playing for guitar for quite a while. I did start playing the piano because my sister was playing at the same time, and got really quickly bored of that because of the, I don't know if you'd call it strictness, but piano has a very formula way of doing things. It's proper. You have to hold your hands in a specific way and blah blah blah. And guitar was a bit more free flowing, a bit more, I guess, rebellious in a way. Like, there is definitely a classical version of it, but I was after the rock side of it. So I started playing guitar and jumped in with this one teacher, and after a couple of years, my dad pulled me out of it because he realised that I was getting bored, because the teacher was more interested in teaching the theory of music and reading proper manuscript music and blah blah blah, all that kind of boring stuff. And then I found a new teacher, and the new teacher pretty much just taught me songs I wanted to, like, I could just bring him songs that I liked and he would then teach me them. So I was learning like metal songs, Pantera, Sepultura, I was all of the 90s metal bands, Rage Against the Machine. I was just everything, whatever I liked, and he'd teach me. It was so cool. And then when I played guitar throughout all the years, got to, where is he? I can hear you. Must be underground. Around 17, I think, is when I joined my first band. Myself and my circle of friends at high school decided we wanted to start a band. I think it was 17. Might have been 16, 17. I was around, I don't know exactly when. And I could play guitar already, so I became the guitarist. And we all picked instruments. There was originally 5 of us, and we were in a kind of, I guess you could call it similar to like the SoCal punk kind of thing, like no effects kind of stuff, Lagwagon. That was what we're all skaters at the time, so that's what we enjoyed doing. So we started a punk band, a kind of a dirty punk band, real fast paced, just real energetic, lots of drinking. It was kind of like Guttermouth and all that kind of stuff, like really boisterous and mischievous, and yeah, we were up to no good always. Get kicked out of venues constantly. So we turned my mate's bedroom into our little studio, egg cartons on the walls, and did all that kind of thing. And I think then we went away for a while, working when we all left high school, and then when we came back, we started the band back up, and that's when we kind of took it a little bit more seriously. It was never going to be serious because the style of music is just not popular enough, especially in Australia, to make anything of it. But we didn't care, and we would just play gigs every weekend, make $20. It would cost us more to go there in petrol than it would to actually get paid, but that was irrelevant. And yeah, that was my first band. I was in that band probably 6 or 7 years, probably. I think we stuck out with it. Eventually we broke up, and I was not in a band for probably 3 months, and then the bass player from that band had joined a new band and wanted a guitarist, and I joined that band, and that was probably the most successful band I've been in. We did East Coast tours, travelled to New Zealand. My last show that I ever did with them was we supported Escape the Fate at the arena in Brisbane. I think it was in front of 4,000, 5,000 people, and that was a pretty crazy show. We were sitting in the green room before the show. We were the second band, so there was a support band, then us, and then Escape the Fate. I think it was something like that. I can't exactly remember. It was a little hazy because we met Escape the Fate as we were loading in all the gear, and we had a good chat to them. And Escape the Fate was having, like, that was back when they were having a lot of there was a big issue with their singer. I'm not going to get into it. If you know the story, you know the story. If you don't, you can look it up. But it was a pretty serious thing at that stage because it was still very new. And yeah, we started hanging out with them and did the sound check and everything. And then somehow, as it always does, it ends up being Jaeger bombs and absinthe shots. And we start having this massive party in the green room between the 3 bands. And this is before the show. Like, we end up, I can't even remember half of it. We were all so drunk. Like, it ended up being... Escape the Fate got on, and they all played naked for half the show. They were that drunk. Like, it's just... And jumping up in the rafters, it was just chaotic. It was a really good show. The kids are loving it. But I don't think any of us really remember it. Like, I'm pretty sure if I talked to them these days, they probably wouldn't even remember they came to Australia. But we played... Like, we supported She Had or Pacifier. Lots of Australian bands. Fairly decent rock bands. Played a lot of festivals... Played a lot of shows, played tons of shows, and that band was called From the Hearts of Heroes. They're now called Mayfair, and I think they're still going. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really been keeping tabs on them. The music, it was kind of like hardcore-y / rock. It wasn't too brutal, I guess you could say, but it was still heavy enough. Our singer could sing, so he didn't scream all the time. It was good fun, though. Oh, I love being in the bands. A lot of hard work and a lot of money goes into it. That's pretty much like... I was always playing video games, but because of the band and the amount of time and it was needed to put in, like, recording, practicing, like, twice a week, doing all that kind of stuff... You always really like I played games. Like I've always played video games, nowhere near as much as I have these days. But I just never had the time because I was never home. If you were partying or whatever, you're just doing always. How much wood do I have? Okay, always doing something socially. Just you never had time. I was pretty much working full time, 70 hours a week, and then I'd finish work, get home, have a shower. Get in the car, we'd drive to a show. I'd get the show, sleep for an hour before the show, play the show, end up getting home 2 o'clock in the morning, wake back up at 5, go back to work, and that was my normal day. That's how it worked. Like I had to quit my jobs constantly to be able to go to shows because I wouldn't be able to get time off, and just stressful, very stressful. But don't regret any of it. It was extremely fun. I can't tell you guys a lot of stories because they are very R-rated. Extremely. I'll think about some funny stories that came up, but honestly, they were nearly more... I wouldn't say they're funny, but a lot more serious things happened throughout the times. Yeah, that's as much as I can say about it. I'm not really going to get into details because... If your parents hear the stories, anyone's parents hear the stories, yeah, that would not go down very well at all. But I'm pretty sure you guys can use your imagination. Bands, music, and rock stars, and like, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure on the stream, Mitch a couple of times has shown a few of the band photos of us being all rock, I guess you could say. It's pretty funny. I always had a good laugh about it. We always did. We never took it... Like, we always took the music seriously, but we never took ourselves seriously, and we'd always muck around constantly. It's gonna be night time. Go and go to sleep. So yeah, so that's kind of the history of my music side. I haven't really played much these days. I still pick up the guitar every now and again. I'll still shred on it and play a bit of metal and all that kind of stuff. Like, because of I've always played guitar, I've always leaned towards the rock and metal side of music. Anything with a guitar is what I pretty much prefer. I'm not really into the electronic side of it. I do. If it's good, it's good. The way I see it, like if it's good music, it's good music. But yeah, I like something with balls and distortion and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's enough for today. I'm not going to bore you guys with any more little details of stuff. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. If you want to hear more little stories and all that kind of stuff, leave comments down below. Make sure you guys click the like button and subscribe. It definitely helps me out. I can't say thank you enough to everybody. I will keep reading all the comments. I will respond. If you've got any questions, guys, ask me. I'm more than prepared to answer anything that's relevant to Minecraft or my channel or myself, if I'm prepared to give you guys that information. But anyway, I'm gonna go for the day, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.